What is something most people need to hear but no one has the guts to tell people? Nobody cares about that small thing you're afraid they'll notice. They're too obsessed with their own small things they're afraid you will notice. I want this on a shirt. Sorry, but I have to go, or sorry, I can't talk right now. I hate when I'm out with my family and a customer from work spots me and wants to talk about work related stuff. I'm slowly learning to say sorry for keeping you, turn it around on them and they'll have no idea what to do. Works every time. Sorry for keeping you invite, so no you're not keeping me, so I generally stick with lovely so good to see you, but I should get back to my family. See you at work. That company you work for doesn't give a crap about you. Update your resume. Pop that bad boy on Indeed and move on to better places. Saying that's just the way I am is a pathetic way of avoiding growing out of poor behaviors and habits. Mold yourself, stretch yourself, make yourself better. Some people are socially anxious and can be extremely compliant. Saying no won't hurt someone's feelings most of the time. If you want to be good at something, you can't just like it. You have to want to put effort into it. If you aren't, don't waste your time. Nah, medical school is too hard. I'm just gonna start doing surgeries in my basement. I get to play with so many cool tools. The video you're showing me isn't funny. I would never say it, but God, I hate fake laughing for 4 minutes. Oh, that one. I saw that one. Gets me out of it every time. If we're standing in line at the post office and you absolutely must listen to a video on your phone, please put on headphones. No one else wants to listen to your police or talk show or Jim Rome's hot take on the Browns' offensive play calls. That they're selfish and rude, and sometimes they aren't just being blunt, they are being extremely mean, and that not everyone cares what they have to say. Coping mechanisms and unhealthy habits may have helped you deal with a crappy childhood, but you're not a child anymore. It's time to get help and work on yourself. Thank you. I'm doing that. Sober October. Just because you had a bad upbringing doesn't excuse you being a dong to other people. Someone said it in another comment thread here, but it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. I don't love you anymore. Seriously, if that's true, tell the person and don't string them along for years in a sham of a relationship just because you don't have the guts to tell the truth. Always be doing exactly what you want with the person you want to be with. Had this happened to me, he told me he hadn't loved me for the last 2 years. Pretty much instantly figured out where all my anxiety had come from. I knew, but I thought that if I just did enough for him that he'd love me again. It took a lot of therapy to get over that anxiety. Every selfish act you do is affecting another person, or another living thing, in a negative way. You cut in line, you leave a shopping cart in the parking space, you little makes another person's life just that much harder. As my mom has gotten older, she's gotten lazier about this sort of thing. Leaves carts wherever at the grocery store, doesn't put items back, etc. out in public. I call her out on it, and she doesn't really have an excuse. I told her she raised me to be better, so I'll hold her to the same standard. Crap's lame. Yo. Be rigorous in your consideration of others. Your MLM is just a thinly disguised pyramid scheme and it will never make you rich, and you're an idiot for falling for it. You are in no way a small business owner. Not for most people, but the people who need to hear it really need to hear it. I've even told this directly to my cousin and she just doubles down. She believes pseudoscience crap too. It's okay to struggle with your mental health, but it's important that you get help for it in whatever way is best for you. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. Stop giving unsolicited advice and making the conversation about you when someone talks about a problem they're having. Learn to listen. Luckily for me, you solicited this advice. Sometimes I worry that this is something I do. I listen to people and then try to relate to it, like yeah, that's happened to me too. It totally sucks when it happens. I feel weird just listening and don't know if I'm doing it right. At the firehouse, dudes are absolutely brutally honest. Some of them have absolutely zero feelings of discomfort when confronting a dude that needs to change his crap up. From being a crappy firefighter to needing to close your mouth when you're chewing food. When it happens and I'm present to see it go down, It makes me want to melt into the chair or just get up and run out of the building. But it's usually so goddamn effective. Dude, straighten out the issue most of the time. People need to hear about their shittiness, in specifics. I'm glad there are guys out there that aren't afraid to do it. Just because I know you or you're from the same town as me doesn't mean I have to support you, your business, or your crappy music. Put in some work and make people care about what you're doing. And if it's an MLM, don't ask or expect me to fund your dreams delusions. If for some reason you always find yourself surrounded by drama, buttholes, etc., it's pretty likely you're the problem. No, your kids running around screaming at the tops of their lungs is not cute. It is very annoying. Even more annoying is that you are not teaching them manners or how to be mindful and considerate of those around them. When your significant other is cheating on you. Back when an ex-girlfriend of mine was cheating on me, a bunch of people knew, but only one guy actually told me, and I very much appreciated that. The person you keep breaking up with and getting back with is not your soulmate. You're both embarrassing yourselves and everyone is tired of hearing simultaneously about how terrible they are and how this time is different. Most straight men over 40 from their straight best friend, also over 40. I love you more than my own life. And yes, I'm afraid to say it and you're afraid to hear it because men our age just don't know how to handle that kind of honesty with another guy. Just because you have a position of authority, it does not mean you have the right to be rude to everyone beneath you. Do not question the ELEVATED1. Stop waiting for people to rescue you. Stop expecting friends to be freelance therapists. Helplessness drives everyone away but predators or enablers. I learned this the hard way and drove away a relationship I really valued. It's not fair to expect a friend or a lover to do what a therapist is trained to do. It's okay to talk about stuff, but you can't expect them to keep you afloat forever. There's a reason you need to be qualified to be a therapist. The government isn't going to fix itself, so stop pretending you're an aloof genius and get involved. We're all in this together. Once we know that we are. I just tell it how it is, and don't give a crap what anyone thinks. Doesn't mean I'm bad, haha. Number, you are in butthole. I don't care about feelings, I'm just straightforward. No, you just lack empathy for other people. When it comes to poor mental health or addiction, the person can only get better if they want to get better. You can have all of the love in the world for them, but if that person doesn't actually genuinely want to be better and be a better person, it isn't going to happen. People aren't making you drink every night. You just have no self-control and you're using other people as an excuse. You're an alcoholic. Ah frick, this one hits me. I've been blaming my slipping grades on having to go downtown for birthdays and other random things, but I'm usually just waiting on a reason to skip out on homework. Thanks for the message. Just say please and thank you to the people in the service industry. They're humans too. A lot of people acknowledge that this is a problem, but not as many will tell someone straight to their face that they're being a total prick to some 20-year-old cashier that has absolutely no say in how much that backpack costs. Well, I have the guts, and I do it, but it's my most hated part of my career. Relevant information. I'm a college professor and I teach organic chemistry. Here's the thing. Not everyone can be a doctor, pharmacist, veterinarian, or dentist. Not everyone has the aptitude. You'll find out one way or another when taking organic chemistry. I have to tell students on the regular, listen, you're in this class for the third time. You're failing it again, and no medical school will look at you because of it. You need a new plan. Some take it well. Some were wishing someone had the conversation with them a year ago. Some get angry. Either way, it sucks. It seems there are few colleagues of mine who are willing to make that statement. You are useless at this job and I really want to fire you. You are awesome at this job and I probably couldn't keep it together without you. Why aren't you asking for more money? No matter how low you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, no matter what toxic people you're dealing with, there are always people out there who will love, appreciate, and welcome you unconditionally. It's scary when you've been hurt, but they aren't unicorns. Some people are loving and want to love and appreciate you, and they aren't going to take it away when you don't behave exactly as they want you to. Bragging that your BF cheated on you but that you took him back doesn't make you look generous, understanding or forgiving for doing him a favor. It makes you look like a moron and no one feels bad for you. No, the hot barista who is literally young enough to be your daughter is not hitting on you. You're old. Accept it. Young women don't want you. Your kid is not a punching bag. It's not okay to ignore your kid's necessities. Love, acceptance, compassion. You have to adapt to your kids, no vice versa. Listen to your kid, and most importantly, if you don't want kids, don't have them. I love you. While some people feel like it's second nature, others find it difficult to say. I myself find it hard to say I love you. Then again, I've never had someone say it back to me. You're not very good at rapping, you should stop. I've also wanted to tell some people my age that no, it really isn't a blessing to have 4 kids at 25. Heck, I'm 25 and I've spent nearly a year considering if I'm ready for a cat, let alone a kid. Your vague and or passive aggressive Facebook posts are so freaking annoying. I'm not taking your bait and I will block or unfollow you to save me the annoyance. Your kids are not cute. In fact, the younger one has an unusually shaped head and I'm quite scared of it. Please stop showing me pictures of them. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.